The first part of our review ended on a low note, but we're hoping to get our smiles back in this video as we go through all the different creative items you can add to your notes to make them more fun in craft. Fantastic human, hello, it's Roxy with Paperless X. If you like discovering useful apps to boost your productivity, consider subscribing to our channel. What's a note-taking app without lists, right? We need them to enumerate things and even to organize our notes. A numbered lists are basic with only 2 types of bullets and support a maximum of 6 levels. They're probably enough for most note-taking needs, especially when you factor in how easy it is to combine unnumbered and numbered lists in the app. Numbered lists are not as fun as your unnumbered ones though. One numbering type is as boring as it gets, but 2 isn't any better. So your lists are quite basic in craft. At least we get toggle lists. We love that they make organizational sense, and even more because of how easy it is to use them with headings. If you don't mind moving your notes around just a little bit. What's not to like about toggle lists? Tasks with varying checkboxes. Now that's new, and I'm always excited to find new features, no matter how small. While for bulleted lists, 2 bullet types are terrible, they're actually amazing for tasks because we've never seen this anywhere else. And of course, I had to check if they strike, and they do. Look at that. Though you can set reminders for pretty much any block in craft, chances are you'll probably use them more with your to-do lists. You can even view all your to-dos in one place. I wish this was a full window or even a tab, but this will do, considering that it's not even a to-do app. It's a quick place to get information on what you need to do, and that is always a good thing. Lists are great in craft, functional, and easy to use. We could use more bullet and numbering types though, since the app supports 6 levels for them. So just putting it in there for the developers. The whiteboard is still in beta, and normally I would go on and on and on about how we shouldn't be having beta features in an app, but with some promising handwriting features, I was just eager to try it out. So I'm not going to complain about that. The handwriting feels great, and what would make this perfect would be allowing us to use our iPhones or iPads as handwriting input devices, like we have in Apple Notes. I would definitely want to try this on the iPad because obviously it should work better, right? You can also add shapes, sticky notes, text, and even change the paper template. It took a second to update. And I thought I had lost my beautiful masterpiece. This is always a plus for a note-taking app. So really excited to see this and hope that the developers will keep it. We could use some resizing for this feature because right now we can't. But overall, fantastic idea. I am always excited to have some kind of handwriting in any app. What do you guys think about this beta whiteboard idea in craft? You can add code to your notes, and craft supports a lot of languages. The app has several themes, that are simply variations of black for the background and the font color. Then occasionally you get a white background. I wouldn't know much about it, but if you write code, you'll probably appreciate this a lot better than I do. You can even do this in full screen mode. And this is the same block that Craft uses for formulas, for math formulas. All you have to do is to change the language, I suppose. Killing two birds with one stone. It works. You can add images to your notes from your device or Unsplash. The image sizes are a little confusing. There's an auto and large size. Shouldn't that be small and large? Fill and fit are easier to appreciate with a smaller size. Not so much with a large image. No cropping, rotation, or even alignment. Yeah, images suck in these note-taking apps. It's not just Craft, it's all of them in general. You're just happy you can add them, really. And we have encountered our first limitation for the free version of Craft. File size is limited to 5 megabytes per upload. It doesn't leave much room for videos or audio. It would have been fun to see how the app handles them, so I was stuck with just trying out PDFs. They don't fully display on your page, but opening them using preview isn't complicated. You might be forced to upgrade the app at this point if you use a lot of attachments. I'm certainly feeling the pressure, but we must soldier on to complete the review of the free version of Craft before we try the paid features. Tables in Craft have a lot of flexibility, allowing you to add and remove rows at will. You can even adjust the width of your columns, but the height of your rows is limited. That's not something to complain about though. It's still a lot of flexibility. I love the alternating rows. They just make information more visible and distinct. You get a lot of colors for that too. Craft even supports some basic formulas to do simple calculations. And that makes this the best table feature that I have encountered so far in a note-taking app. Do you know an app with better options? I would love to hear about it. I am loving Craft. Working in the app is an absolute pleasure. And I don't say that about a lot of apps. I don't say that often. So yeah. Pressure is starting to build up to try the paid version because I'm really curious to see how the app handles videos. The app doesn't add a lot of items to your notes, but most apps in this niche don't. Your notes begin to take shape though, they begin to take form when you organize them. That is what we'll be focusing on the third part of this review. Until then, thank you, Fantastic Human, for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video.